I recorded this, I was messing around with a lot of throwing knives, seeing if I could get any random ones, because I've seen a few of those on the internet and they look awesome, but I still haven't hit one, so I was like, well, this is retarded. So I have since gone back to the Simtex grenades. It seems to be working out pretty well. And in this video I'm using the flash grenades, but I've actually switched to the stun grenades because the animation goes quicker when you chuck a stun than you do a flash. And if you're chucking a stun, you want to be quick, you know? My perks for this match are Scavenger Pro, Stop and Power Pro, and Ninja Pro. And Scavenger Pro is pretty awesome because in this game I'm finding that I'm running out of ammo a lot quicker than I did in COD 4. And not only do you start off with more ammunition, but you can actually pick up these little boot packs and get a full resupply, including your nades and flashes and things like that, which is obviously useful. Stop and Power Pro is pretty self-explanatory. It's one of those perks that you can never go wrong with, really. It's going to work every single time you shoot your gun, your perk is working for you, so that's a good thing. I mean, I pretty much use Stop and Power in all my classes, except sometimes I like to bust out with a lightweight if I'm using a submachine gun or something like that. And what's my last one? Ninja Pro. So I've talked about Ninja Pro before. I think it's a great perk. I use a headset so I can hear footsteps loud and clear, and so when people aren't using this perk, and I am, it gives me an awesome disadvantage. It gives me an awesome advantage. People are asking me what kind of headset I use. I use the Turtle Beach X3s. I wish I would have got the X1s because there's no point to it being wireless and I'm just eating up batteries all the time. And Scrapyard's a pretty cool map. It's turning out to be one of my favorite maps, and it's actually turning out to be one of the most challenging maps for me too. Because my natural inclination when I play this game is to rush a lot. And I don't know if you guys have had the same experience, and if you had, feel free to leave a comment talking about it. But in this map, I find that if I rush out too much, you die quick. You die quick. There seems to be always some guy in one of those little hollowed out airplanes just waiting for me every time. So here I'm playing Team Deathmatch, and I approach Team Deathmatch a lot different than I do, say, a game like Domination or Demolition. In a game like Domination or Demolition, or even Sabotage, your kill-death ratio is, in the long run, not that important at all. What's more important is if you're minding the objectives and playing the objectives in a smart way, and that can sometimes mean going negative in your kill-death ratio. But in Team Deathmatch, it's all about your kill-death ratio. Like a guy who goes, I don't know, what's a good example? 8 and 7 is actually not doing as good enough work for his team as a guy who went 5 and 1. Because what's also important when you're playing Team Deathmatch is to make sure that you're not dying a lot, which seems pretty self-explanatory, but really when it boils down to it, Team Deathmatch is all about getting as many kills as you can and dying the least amount of times. So you can do a lot for your team simply by not dying. Now that doesn't mean camp, because I'm against camping. I don't like camping. It's obnoxious. But that also doesn't mean just like rushing out blindly with no game plan or anything like that. And the way that I approach Team Deathmatch games is I like to do laps around the map. So like as you can see this entire match, I don't really go towards the center of the map too often. I think I did once earlier, and I think that's the last time I did it. The reason I'm using the silencer on the AK is because there's really no reason not to. The iron sights on this gun are really forgiving, so they're not like the iron sights like on the M16. The M16 iron sights kind of confuse me. I don't really do that well with them. But the AK's iron sights, just as they were in COD 4, are actually pretty awesome. And when you slap on the silencer, it doesn't really add a whole lot of recoil. Like in COD 4, when you put a silencer on an AK, it jumped all over the place. And it looks like in this game they kind of nerfed that down a little bit and made it so that it's not quite as jumpy as it was before. The reason I like this kill streak setup is just it seems to be the most efficient. And I don't really go for nukes like I did a few times. I've gotten like 3 or 4, and I just kind of got bored doing it because when you're playing for a nuke, you end up camping a lot, and I don't really have a whole lot of fun doing that. So Predator missile to the Harrier strike to the chopper gunner, it seems to be the most effective. Once you get that Predator missile, it's not that difficult to get 1 or 2 kills with that. And then all of a sudden you got your Harrier strike, and many times people don't think to shoot down the Harrier strike. And before you know it, you have a chopper gunner and you're just raping nutsacks with it. So the other reason why I'm not using the nuke is because it's just goddamn obnoxious, and I've run into many nuke boosters lately in free-for-all matches and team death matches, and it's just bugging the crap out of me. So from a moral principle, I decided to go against it. And I mean, I end up getting more kills and doing more for my team normally, anyways, when I use the Harrier strike, Predator missile, and chopper gunner. If you're finding that you're not getting that high kill streaks quite yet, maybe you're new to the game, just switch to the 3-4-5 UAV, counter UAV, and sentry gun or Predator missile. I'm sure you'll do just fine. So 33 and 5, not a bad score. There's my channel. If you like these kind of videos, come check it out.